Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be my latest new makeup Roundup review video. I'm going to be chatting about all of the products that I tried in the month of July. I have quite a large pile in front of me. I tried a lot of really cool things. I tried a few not so cool things as well, and I'm excited to talk about them with you. In case you're new to this video series from me, it's in no way intending on me being braggy about like any makeup I've tried or PR I've gotten sent. It's just a way for me to be transparent on what I've tried and my thoughts on everything. Before we get into this video, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my channel by the time this video goes up. It's part of my 2 looks video with the new Glamlite and Michaela part 2 collection, or pot 2 rather. And as far as my accessory details go, these earrings are from Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy, and this choker, I'm not sure where it's from. So, without further ado, let's just hop into it. I think this video might be a little bit of a longer one, so let's just hop right in. First things first, I technically got these as a gift from a friend like 2 months ago, but I finally got around to trying them. I was swamped with makeup, but I've been dying to use them. She gave me the Melt Beetlejuice palettes. She wasn't using hers anymore and she wanted me to have them, and I'm so grateful. I did already do videos with both of these on my Instagram/TikTok if you want to see a couple looks. We have the recently deceased palette, a literal Beetlejuice dream. I love this purple kind of chartreusey green combination. It's so pretty. I'm really enjoying these. I'm kicking myself for not owning them sooner. And then we have the waiting room palette. This one has an extra row. It's a little bit like longer, which I wish they were the same. I feel like that kind of bugs me that they like go together, but not really. This is more of a smoky, gray, red, almost pinky vibe. This one, I will be honest, isn't my favorite. The formula's fine. It's just not the color story I'm gonna reach for all the time. Every once in a while, I do get in the mood for these kind of colors, and I will reach for it in that case, but the recently deceased I am more likely to use, but unfortunately, these aren't available anymore, so I don't want to ramble too much about them, but just in case you were wondering if I was ever going to try those palettes out, I have them now, and I've done a couple looks, so you can go check those out. Next up, Nomad Cosmetics came out with a new collection, and I've been loving it. It's the Fête de Provence collection. Again, while I'm talking about this collection, if I mispronounce anything, I'm so sorry. I did recruit Google to help me, but French is not easy for me, so I did the best that I could. But this collection includes a palette and 4 glosses. I did do a video here on my channel with this collection. I also created a look with the palette on my Instagram and TikTok, and I also did a lip swatch video with the lip glosses on my Instagram and TikTok. The 4 glosses are so cute. This is their first gloss formula ever, and it's very comfy, it's very shiny. I like the sparkles that are in there. One of them in particular is super sparkly, and you'll see that in the swatches here. The shades are Lavender, Le Fée, Miel, and Rosé. I don't even know which ones are my favorite. Miel's probably my favorite one because I like that peachy vibe, but I really like how sparkly the Le Fée one is. It's so cute. And then we have the palette itself. It is so pretty. I think this is a gorgeous color story. It is like perfect, like moody, muted, springy summer vibes. It is very cute. I love seeing that purple and yellow together. I think that is such a beautiful combination. This one I feel like is very different from what Nomad's been doing, and I think it fits in really nicely with what they offer so far. I really enjoyed the shimmers. I think they're gorgeous, and their mattes are really nice to work with. As always, I feel like their mattes are very beginner friendly, super buildable and blendable without being like too much to work with right on the get-go, but they build up really nicely. I think it was quite a nice release from Nomad, and I'm just always over here looking forward to what they're gonna do next. Next up, Unearthly Cosmetics sent me their liquid highlighters. I've really been enjoying these. I've been wearing them a lot. I didn't wear one today because I wanted to wear something else, but I've been wearing these a lot. I feel like it's a very easy to use liquid highlight formula. I am super picky on my liquid highlighter preferences. There are very few that I actually like. I find that most of the time they're either too subtle to where it's kind of pointless for me personally, or they kind of pick up and move my makeup around and they just don't look good. These are great. I think these are fantastic. I feel like they blend out really nicely. I can use a brush or a sponge. I don't go in with the applicator directly on my cheek though. I feel like that can be like too much, and I don't want to risk not being able to have control. So I'll just put some on the back of my hand and then dip in with my brush or sponge. And I really like these. They're fun colors. They have a nice shift to them, a nice like level of sparkle. They're not overly glittery, but they do have a little bit of sparkle and shine. The shades are Basque, Gilded, Molten, and Pixie. Don't even know which one is my favorite. I've been wearing them all pretty equally. Basque I've probably used the most, but these are all so gorgeous. Very impressed with these. Next up, Bubble sent me a couple of products. They sent me a serum last month, or back in June rather, and I was really excited to try more because I was really impressed with that serum. We have the Deep Dive Exfoliating Mask and the Float On Face Oil. I really like their packaging too. It's very cute. It's very simple, but very cute. The mask I've been using once a week. It has AHA, PHA. I use it once a week for a nice deep chemical exfoliation. It makes my skin feel really soft, and I never feel like too sensitive after. It doesn't make my face super red. I used to love, and I still do kind of love it, I use it every so often, the baby facial from Drunk Elephant. That's just, I don't know, I'm not willing to spend the money on that anymore. But I do still have a little left, so I use it on occasion. But that one I feel like sometimes makes my skin really red afterwards. I still like how soft it makes my skin feel, but I feel like I'm really sensitive after. This one doesn't make me feel sensitive, which I do appreciate. And the face oil is really nice. I've been using this almost every single morning, and I always use it right after I use this mask as well. I think it's really nice. It sinks into the skin very softly. It doesn't feel super heavy, and I like it. I don't really have much to say about it. Anytime I talk about skincare, I'll always say that I am not a skincare expert. I don't claim to be. I am not here trying to necessarily like diagnose your skin needs. I just know what my skin likes. I know what works for me, and I will let you know what I've tried as I try it, but I'm not a skincare expert, so I'm not necessarily the person to go to for like a step-by-step skincare routine. I only know what works for me. I don't know what's gonna work for you as far as that goes. But I do like both of those products. I think they're nice. I've been happily enjoying trying this brand out, and I'm excited to potentially try more in the future. Next up, Unearthly Cosmetics sent me their One Up collection, and I've been so excited about it. I did already upload a 2 looks video with the palette, and then on my Instagram and TikTok, I uploaded a tutorial with the palette, and I also did a lip swatch video with the glosses. The glosses are right here. They are so cute. They are slippy, shiny, wonderful. I have one layered on top of a lip liner today, and I just love them. We have the shades Duality, Lightscape, Limelight, Refraction, Ultraviolet, and X-Ray. Like I said, I've just been enjoying these. They're very comfy. I like that slippy feeling. I like the level of sparkle they have. Refraction is just your plain Jane clear gloss, but all of the other ones have different sparkles and different kind of shifts to them. They are subtle though. It was making me laugh because in my lip swatch video, I had a couple people, they were like, they look so similar or they look the same. And like, yes, they look similar. At the end of the day, they're all just sheer glosses with like slight shifts in the sparkle to them. Do you need all of these? Probably not. But I like the fact that there are different shifts and shades to them, because then you can kind of pick one based on like the colors you wear the most, and it's gonna complement it the most, you know? Sometimes those subtle differences make a big difference, for me at least. And then we have the One Up palette. This has been such a treat to use. The packaging is just so fun. I like that it moves around. And then on the inside, we have a colorful explosion, 6 mattes and 6 beautiful shifty shimmers. They are so rich and amazing. The mattes are incredibly vibrant. Some of them are even UV reactive, which I haven't tested that because I don't really go places where there's black lights and stuff like that, but they exist in the palette for those of you who that might appeal to. The shimmers are just so stunning. I love how sparkly they are, and some of them have the most incredible shifts to them. I've been having a blast with this palette. I've used it quite a few times, and I just think it's so much fun. I think it was a really good addition to Lethal's lineup, and I just love it. I think this was a really fun launch from them. Next up, the Pastel Roses sent me an amazing package. First off, they sent me 4 of these little flakies, and I love them. We have the shades Galaxia, Milky Way, Rigel, and Vega. These are so fun. I haven't really played with like flake products too much in the past, but these are really, really easy to use. I just use some glitter primer like I do with every shimmer, glitter, anything at all. And I just grab a little bit of it on my brush and I just dust it away, and it's wonderful. And it just leaves this really pretty iridescence without it looking like chunky glitter. I really do want to play with these more. I think I'm gonna try to keep these in my desk so that I can reach for them more often, because these are a lot of fun. I feel like it's like, gives you that interest that a glitter would give you, but this is just a little more, I don't want to say less messy because they are still a little bit messy, but not chunky feeling. It feels very smooth. I really enjoy these. And then they also sent me a ton of incredibly beautiful shadows. I already did own one, the shade Cat's Eye, so I did include that with the overlay of the swatches I'm gonna show over here. I actually don't want to dive into these too much because I did already upload an entire swatch video with these shadows, swatching every single one and showing them all in depth and stuff like that. So if you're curious about these, I'm gonna direct you to that video because I feel like that would be more helpful than me droning on about about these right now, but I will say these are amazing. They are all so shifty and magical and wonderful. I mean, you can see that in the swatch overlay. So if these pique your interest, please go check out that video because I think it would be more beneficial for you to see really which ones are which and which shades might appeal to you. I've been having a blast with these. I've been trying to reach for them as often as I can and incorporating them into my looks, and I can't wait to keep doing so. I plan on keeping this on my table here so that I can reach for them more often as well. It was just such a generous package, and I'm just really, really excited about these. Next up, this one. This is an unpopular opinion, yes it is. Urban Decay sent me 3 of their new like long wear, like glossy liquid lipstick type products, and I was fairly excited about them. I liked the look of the shades. They sent me Once Strangers, Safe Word, and Solo Player. I was excited about these, but I actually kind of hate this formula. It is so sticky to me and uncomfortable. It just feels like sticky goop is just on my lips, and it's not pleasant for me. It does feel heavy. It feels just uncomfy. Uncomfy is the word to describe these personally. These are just not my thing. I wish I liked them. I liked the idea of them, but the execution, no, this is not my product. And that's definitely an unpopular opinion because I feel like I've been seeing nothing but pleasant reviews and I simply just don't understand it. We all have different preferences at the end of the day, and this one is not mine. Next up, Colourpop sent me this little vault, the True Love's Kiss lip vault. It has 12 Disney princess themed lipsticks, all the different names. It's super cute, yada, yada, yada. Just various shades of pink and red. I did upload a lip swatch video with these, I believe, to my TikTok, showing all these off. I was doing some sponsored work with Colourpop, and I figured I would showcase these in one of the videos and do a little lip swatch video since there's so many of them. I swatched all these out in alphabetical order, so I'm gonna read these off to you. We have Ariel, Belle, Cinderella, Jasmine, Merida, Moana, Mulan, Pocahontas, Princess Aurora, Rapunzel, Tiana, and Snow White. I think if I had to pick a favorite, I really liked Jasmine, even though I don't wear bright pink very often. I think it's a really cute color, and I feel like I'm gonna wear, ooh, I really liked Moana, Merida, and Mulan a lot too. I think these are really nice shades. I don't know if you necessarily need the whole vault of them unless you're just like a super like pink and red lipstick wearer, maybe you do, but I don't know, I think these are cute. I like the Luxe lipstick formula. I think it's very comfy, they're very pigmented, but they don't feel like heavy on the lips or anything. I don't know, I thought it was a cute little vault, cute little theme right there. I've talked about Colourpop's lipsticks so many times in the past, so like there's nothing new there with the formula, but those are the shades for you, and if you want to see them swatched out on my mouth, you can go check out my TikTok. Next up, Jolie Beauty sent me a package. It's funny because they actually sent me 2 because they offered to send me their new Ethereality palette and their liquid lipsticks, and I agreed, and then only the liquid lipsticks arrived, so I let them know, and then they immediately sent me a palette. So that was really nice of them to resend it for me when it didn't arrive the first time. Let's talk about the liquid lipsticks first. We have these beautiful shades of green, like a dusty pink, and a purple. The shades are Bittersweet, Forest Fairy, and Incantation. I was really excited about these, especially that green and purple. They are gorgeous. I wore the Bittersweet one with a gloss over top of it recently, and I really liked it. I thought it was a really pretty combo. And then very recently, I tried to wear the Forest Fairy, and it felt not good. It was very streaky to apply, unfortunately. It felt very dry on the lips. It felt like old school liquid lipsticks days when brands were still trying to get the hang of how liquid lipsticks should work. This didn't feel good for me. I took it off pretty much immediately. So unfortunately that was a bust. I haven't tried the purple yet, and honestly I'm a little nervous too since I didn't like the green. I was pretty sad about this. I wish these worked out better for me. And then we have the Ethereality palette. This is quite a large palette. It's just very long, very massive. We have 28 shades in here. I was a little bummed at how many pressed glitters are in here, not gonna lie. I couldn't really tell from pictures what was a shimmer and what was a glitter. A lot of these are glitters, and it's a shame too because like these 2 shades right here are magical shimmers. They are that like textured, wet looking, shifty, magical shimmer. And I mean, there's some shimmers that are just like your basic shimmer as well, but I'm like, why couldn't you have done more of those shimmers? Like, even if the basic shimmers were still in here, that's fine, but why did we need all the glitters? I could understand maybe one. Like, I do think this starry-eyed one is really cute and fits the vibe, but I feel like that shifty shadow fits so much better, and I would have loved to see more of those. But other than that, I really do like this palette. I uploaded a tutorial to my Instagram and TikTok, and I do like it. I like the blue-green purple pinky combination. It's very ethereal, very cute. I just feel like this would have been kicked up so many more notches had those pressed glitters been replaced with those special shimmers. And listen, I'm not even the biggest pressed glitter hater anymore. It doesn't completely turn me off the way it used to. I still don't love them, but I can live with it. But just knowing that that special shadow existed in here, I would have loved to see more of it. That would have made me really happy. Next up, Rare Beauty sent me their Kind Words lipsticks and matching lip liners. There are 10 of each, so 20 total, and I really like these. I'm wearing one of the lip pencils right now. I think I'm wearing the shade Humble, and I just love these. They are such a comfy formula. I think this is my new favorite lip liner formula. It's just so creamy and glides onto the lips so nicely without any skipping or tugging, and the lipsticks are beautiful. They just, I don't know, they apply to the lips so smooth and they feel so lightweight. I really, really like these. I'm very impressed with them. I did swatch these in alphabetical order too, just so I could remember what order I swatched them in so I could read it out correctly. So let's just dive in. They're just in order: lip liner, lipstick, like the matching colors all the way down. We have the shades Bold, Creative, Fun, Gifted, Humble, Lively, Strong, Talented, Wise, and Worthy. So many different shades from light to deep of all different like neutrals, pinky neutrals, warm neutrals. I really like this set. I think it's a beautiful collection. I've been reaching for these lip products non-stop this month, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I'm pretty sure I have 2 of the lipsticks in my purse right now. Next up, from Ace Beaute, they came out with their Palettopoly collection, their makeup board game. I did upload a whole video to YouTube playing the game, and I also uploaded an additional look to my Instagram and TikTok, just kind of playing with the palette on my own free will without like the structure of the game itself. This collection came with brushes, lip products, eyelashes, and the palette itself. The brushes I've actually gotten quite a bit of use out of. I think they're pretty nice. They're really soft, and I mean, they're your standard brushes that I feel like I personally use all the time. P1 is a larger fluffy brush, great for like lighter shades in the crease. P2 is a little bit smaller of a fluffy brush, so I would just use this for slightly more precision work, not super precise, but just kind of getting a little bit deeper in there. P3 is a flat-ish brush, really good for carving out the crease, packing shadows on the lid. And P4 is a little pencil brush. I love how teeny tiny this is. It can get in that lower lash line or deep in the outer corner really, really nicely. I like them, and I like the print too. I like this kind of, reminds me of bowling alley carpet kind of aesthetic. The collection also included 2 pairs of magnetic lashes. Right here we have a larger pair and a softer pair. I don't like these, and I think it's nothing to do with these in particular. I just don't like the magnetic lash aspect. I hadn't really tried it before. I was just kind of at the point when magnetic lashes were becoming a thing that like I already knew how to apply regular lashes and I was very comfortable with it, and it didn't take me a very long time, but I did try these just for the sake of trying them. I don't really like it. I feel like trying to get that magnetic liner really smooth and straight and then applying the lash onto it, I don't know, I couldn't make it look good against my lash. Like I couldn't get it as tight to my like lash line as I can with my regular lashes. I feel like I have a little more control with these. I do understand that these are like easy in the sense that you don't have to wait for glue to dry or anything like that. And you probably would like these if you started with these. But for me personally, already being comfortable with regular lashes, these weren't really my thing. So yeah, I don't think I'll really be playing with these so much more, but I might give the small pair to one of my friends because she might like them. We also have some lip products. We have 1 gloss and 3 liquid lipsticks. The gloss is Hologram and the lipsticks are Polly, Strawberry Shortcake, and Teddy. And I do like the gloss. I've actually reached for it a couple times this month. And I mean, Teddy's fine. It's just your basic neutral. But once I show you the inside of the palette, you might agree with me. I just feel like these bright like red and pink liquid lipsticks were not the best choice for that palette, because the whole point of the game is it also randomly generates your lip product, and I feel like more times than not the gloss is going to be the one that matches the most. I mean, maybe the neutral depending on what you got. It's not totally the right tone for a lot of the things in there either, but these just didn't seem to fit right for me. I feel like a dark chocolate brown or a black or even a dark purple or something a little more fun. I know that's not going to appeal to the everyday makeup consumer, but I feel like they would have fit the palette a lot better in my opinion. I mean, the products are fine. The liquid lipsticks are comfortable enough. It's not my favorite formula in the world, but I don't really have anything negative to say about it, other than the fact that I feel like they were a little too bright for the palette. And now, the Palettopoly palette itself. Let's just dive right into it. We have 24 shades in here, and as you can see, it's very colorful, but I still stand by that I don't think the bright red and the bright pink fit it the best, you know? I know that's gonna be a personal opinion, maybe you totally disagree, but that's just how I feel. I do like this palette though. I feel like the more I use it, the more I enjoy it. I think the shimmers are really pretty and the mattes are fun. I like the combination of bright and kind of grungy, like this swampy shade Ninja Turtle down here. That has my heart. I love slime. There are so many cool shades in here. I'm really impressed with this, and they have updated their formula. I think they updated their formula, gosh, like a year and a half ago at this point. I personally never had an issue with their old formula, but I do like their new formula a lot. And I think this is a really fun palette. Now, as far as the game goes, I mentioned this in my video, but I don't think it really has a whole ton of replay value for me personally. Maybe you at home would find replay value in it, but at the end of the day, it is just palette bingo. You can do this with every palette in your collection already. Just look up a random number generator on Google. Doesn't even cost money. You can enter 1 through however many shades are in your palette and randomly generate the shades that you want to use for your palette bingo. So I don't know if the game is totally necessary. I think it's fun that they did this because no one in like the makeup world has really created this like as a product before. I just don't know how necessary it is, you know? Because you can do this with any palette ever. But if you do buy the palette, I'm pretty sure the game comes with it, so you'd have it anyways. And it was fun enough. It could be fun to play with friends or something. Next up, Len Bunny came out with a new palette and I love it. She came out with the Primal palette and it is beautiful. I uploaded a Tulix video to my channel and I also did do a video on Instagram and TikTok. I'm pretty sure that video will already be up by the time this video goes up. That or it's coming very soon. I'm not quite sure because that's kind of where the crossover starts happening. But it's so pretty. She created this as a way to fill in the blanks for her original blends palette to give you even more undertones and tones of depth to complement that palette or play with it by itself. This palette also has the shimmers that the other palette doesn't have, and she put extra large black and white pans in here for those of you who love your blends palette and maybe used up your black and white. Now for me personally, I've mentioned this before, I'm not gonna get a ton of use out of these. I do dip into a matte black every so often, but I rarely use like a white or like a creamy shade, anything like that. I personally just don't need it. I'd rather reach for like the colorful light shades to help blend things out, but I totally understand that a lot of people do use a white and a giant pan might appeal to you. I love this though. I love the different undertones in here. There are so many possibilities. I love how deep the dark shades are and it's just a really fun palette. She does a rainbow palette in a way that makes me so happy because I'm not a big rainbow palette person. I'd rather see like more creative color stories, you know, but she does it in such a perfect way. I love it. And this one has been a blast to play with. She has one of my favorite matte formulas ever. Next up, Colourpop came out with a collaboration between them and BT21, which I was not familiar with. That went right over my head. I found, I guess they're like cartoons created by the BTS band, which I'm also, like I know who they are, but I don't listen to them. But they came out with some products and I tried some of them out. There were 3 Luxe lip oils. I just tried one of them. This one is in the shade Across the Galaxy. It's totally my cup of tea. I love a sheer with golden sparkle. I think it's so pretty. I have so many things like this. Did I need to use this one? No, probably not, but I used it anyways and I did really enjoy it. They also came out with, I think, 8 Super Shock shadows. I ended up just keeping 2. I actually did a video on my Instagram playing with these, kind of pouring them all over my face, basically. Like I used one as a blush and on the eyes, and then one on the eyes in a different way and as a highlighter. The 2 shades I kept are Playful Sweetheart and Truly Loving. I really like these, the kind of pink shift and then the bluey purpley icy shift. These are cute. I like the Super Shock shadows though, so really nothing new to say there, but they exist and I enjoyed them. And then we have the actual palette. It's very fun actually. I think they did a good job with it. We have 24 shades in here as well, and Colourpop is notorious in their big palettes for including a lot of repetitive shades, and I feel like they actually did a great job this time not making it super repetitive. There is a handful of pressed glitters in here, which isn't my favorite thing again, but I'm happy that the ones in here are they're very soft. You just kind of dust a little bit on. It's very subtle and twinkly. It's not super chunky. It's a very fine glitter, so I do appreciate that, and I like that they're light shades because then I can kind of like use them on my face in different ways without it feeling like dark glitter. You know what I mean? I think these are good. And is this my favorite palette in the world? No, but but I did enjoy using it. I used it on my Instagram, I believe. This little quad right here in particular is what sold me. I think it's really cute. I think they did a good job with it. Given that it's a big palette, I think they did a good job making it not super repetitive. Next, I placed an Ulta order, just a teeny one, because I needed more brow gel, and I got one. I've been wanting to try this one out from NYX. It's the Thick It, Stick It brow mascara. Mine is in the shade Espresso, and it's my new favorite brow gel of all time. It has these little fibers in it, and it like truly combs my brow hairs up and keeps them there all day long. I am obsessed with this product. New favorite brow gel of all time. I don't even really need clear brow gel after this anymore. This one just does the job, and it does it so well. In that order though, they also included 2 things for free, so I've been trying them out. This is the Plump Right Back Priming Serum. It's fine, I'm almost out of it. I might have like 1 or 2 more uses. I feel like it has the stickiness that like Milk Makeup gives, but almost a little more subtle. It feels a little more serum-y, a little less primery, if that makes sense. It's really hard to explain, but it's fine enough, but I don't feel like I'm gonna run out and buy it once I run out of it. And then this is the This Is Juice Gloss in the shade Strawberry Flex. It's just like basically clear with the tiniest hint of a pink shine going through it. It's fine. It just feels like a comfy gloss, like it's shiny, no sparkle or anything. I can't really say much about it. You know, it's not a bad gloss, but it didn't blow my socks off either. I feel like I just have other glosses I'd rather reach for, and I do prefer a gloss with sparkle, or if it's not gonna have sparkle, I want it to be plumping. This one's just shiny, nothing else to it, and it's not even that shiny, like it's just like your regular amount of shiny. It's fine though, I don't really have any negatives. It's just like not my favorite gloss I've ever tried. Like I'm not running out to buy more shades, if that makes sense. All right, next up we have just a couple more things. This is, how long have I even been recording? Quite a long time at this point. Colourpop came out with these Super Shock bronzers. I'm pretty sure they had these 1,000 years ago, but they recently brought them back. Mine's in the shade Get Sandy. This is the one I felt like would match me the best. I'm not wearing it today, but I have worn it quite a few times. I think it's fine. I will say, as far as like the Super Shock cheeks go, I'd rather reach for the highlighters first, then the blushes. Bronzers are at the bottom. This isn't like my favorite bronzer of all time. It's not bad. I like the color, and it does build up very softly and slowly. So maybe if you're someone who is kind of scared of bronzer for whatever reason, you might like this because it's very subtle and it builds up softly. I just have other bronzers in my collection I like a little bit more, but it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably still use it here and there. I'm just not like super gravitated to use it either, if that makes sense. Next up, Sigma sent me a package. I've been so excited that they started sending me a couple things here and there. Well, they sent over their new powders, and this is the one I've been using, and you can tell I've been using it because it is dirty. Mine's in the shade Vanilla Bean. I've been wearing this the last, gosh, probably 2 weeks now. It's been a little while. I like it. I think it's fine. I think it glides under the under eyes really nicely. It feels very soft. It's not super powdery looking for me personally on my skin. I think it dusts on really nicely. I don't use this on my whole face though, I will say. I only use it under my eyes and kind of around the mouth where like creases happen from talking. I like it so far. I still will forever miss the Milk Makeup one because that was my favorite one and then it got discontinued, but I am liking this one so far now. I've been feeling pleasantly satisfied from it. They also included 2 face brushes in the order. The F12 is a little bit smaller. This is the one I've been using like under my eyes and like around my mouth and stuff like that. And then the F24 is a bit bigger, as you can see. This is the one I've been using on the perimeter of my face with my NYX High Glass powder that I use every day. I like the size of it. I think it does the job nicely. I've been a big fan of their brushes ever since I tried some out for the first time in that last package they sent me. They sent me a few brushes and I keep feeling compelled to reach for them. I understand the Sigma brush hype now. I get it. I truly get it. I'm late to the train, but I'm on it now. And last but not least, I got my Michaela in Glamlite order. I only just started using this, so this is still like an early like opinion on it, but I loved her first palette, so I don't think I'm gonna feel any different as I continue using this one. So far, I already love it. And I also got the highlighter too, so let's talk about that first. I will say I didn't realize this little knob was on here. I might take it off eventually because I think like it'll just fit in my drawer better without this little knob being there. But I love this packaging. This green and gold is so luxurious. This is beautiful. It looks like this. I love it so much. I did smash my corner a little bit. Whoopsie. But these shades are beautiful. We have Starstruck, Blindin', and Are You Kidding Me? They are so pretty. I tried using Are You Kidding Me today first, and it wasn't bad. I thought it would look too dark. It didn't really look too dark, but it didn't beam enough on me. You definitely need to be darker than me for that to like pop more. But then I layered Blind and over top of it and in my like nose area. I love that green shift. It is so, so pretty. I did compare these to Kaleidos Laser Glazer in my 2 looks video with this collection, so just go check that out if you were curious about it, because I'm sure I'll get a question. Go check it out, see for yourself. And then Starstruck is kind of more of that icy blue reflect. I really like these. I like the level of sparkle and shine. It's not overly chunky, but it does have like a little bit of sparkle to it. I think this is a cute palette. I'm glad I grabbed this one because there were certain parts of the collection that I wanted to try, but I didn't want to buy all of it either. Like I ended up passing on the lip products, which I was very tempted by, but I'm happy with just the palette and the highlighter. I think that was a good compromise for me. And then we have the palette. It feels like a rattle to hold it because it's very noisy to move around and talk about. You hear? So this is a 30 pan palette, which is typically larger than I initially go for. Like the fact that I bought the first one last year was kind of shocking because at that point I was adamantly against large palettes. I just fell in love with the color story of the first one and I had to try it, and I still love that palette. I've taken that on trips a couple times. It's beautiful to work with. And I actually, on first glance, think I might like this one a little bit more just because of those greens. They sucked me in so quick. I love the row of blue and purple. All the shimmers in here are gorgeous. I was so impressed with the shimmers in her first palette. Her first palette's the only other thing from Glamlite I've ever tried. So this is my second palette from them. And I'm just really enjoying the formula. I think the mattes are beautiful to work with, and these shimmers just, I could go on about these shimmers for a while. And again, as of right now, I've only done one look with this palette, the one you see right here, but I'm obsessed with it. It performed exactly how I expected compared to the first palette, so I really don't have any complaints so far, and I honestly don't see myself having complaints. Obviously, I'll update if my second look goes bad. You'll see that in my 2 looks video that's already posted if you've missed it. But I don't see that happening, honestly. I feel like I'm pretty good at judging if I'm gonna like something or not fairly fast because of how much makeup I've tried in my day. And I see this one being a hit for me, for sure. I think I like this more than the first, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. There's definitely more colors in here that I gravitate towards than the first one. The first one did have a fair amount of neutrals that I don't use as often. I'm very excited about this one and I can't wait to keep playing with it. I will have an Instagram video / TikTok up with this palette soon too, if it's not already up. So check it out if it's up or stay tuned if it's not yet. And yeah, that wraps it up for July. These are all of the products I tried in July, quite a hefty amount. It's like going into every month, I'm like, I'm gonna be very picky and only try certain things. And then this happens because I just get so tempted by so many things. If only you knew the amount of things I pass on too though. Like there are so many like Colourpop releases now where like if it doesn't totally speak to my soul, I really don't necessarily want to open it and use it. I'd rather give it to a friend or donate it, and this is kind of where I'm at now. And I like the things I tried this month. Again, there were some misses, definitely some misses, but there were some really good hits as well. A couple probably long-term favorites in here. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried any of these out yourself? Do you want to try any of them? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, ooh, I don't know. You know what, leave some green emojis. I'm feeling very green today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the BATTYBEAN fam. I am BATTYBEAN on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. I had them. Where did those bubble products go? I literally brought those 2 bubble products up here and they vanished. Where did I put them? Hold please. I found them. I just left them downstairs the whole time. I truly would have bet my life on the fact that I brought them up here.